I'm Brett Baer, coming to you live from a steamy Des Moines, Iowa. We're here to look at this, the first in the nation caucus state, and what it means to the 2012 presidential race. A little later, I'll talk with people who live here, work here, and govern here about what we can expect. But first, to today's news. The Senate's traditional week-long 4th of July recess has become a casualty of the debt ceiling debate. With negotiations on increasing the borrowing limit languishing, the headman in the Senate today said his colleagues will be back to work a lot sooner than usual. And now late-breaking news about the president's top man at the Treasury. White House correspondent Mike EMANUEL joins me live from the White House. Mike.
Well, Brett, good evening. Late today, Bloomberg News reported Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner is weighing leaving the administration once the debt ceiling debate is resolved. Treasury officials say Geithner has not made a decision and will not make a decision while the negotiations are continuing, a debt debate that has gotten heated. With White House officials warning the U.S. is in the danger zone before the August 2nd deadline on raising the debt ceiling, the Senate Majority Leader announced the Senate would not take its scheduled recess.
That's why the Senate will reconvene on Tuesday, the day after the 4th. We'll do that because we have work to do.
A day after being challenged by the president, the Senate Republican leader extended him an invitation.
The president says he wants to get working. Wants us to get working. I can't think of a better way than to have him come right on over today. We're waiting.
Republicans reject raising taxes during a weak economic recovery, but in his news conference, the president sold it as simply targeting the rich.
The tax cuts I'm proposing, we get rid of, are tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires, tax breaks for oil companies and hedge fund managers and corporate jet owners.
But congressional sources say ending the tax break for corporate jet owners would only put $3 billion into the Treasury over a decade, which is less than 1/10 of 1% of Mr. Obama's target for cutting the deficit. Republicans say it isn't serious.
And the president plays the class warfare card rather than stepping up himself and trying to do his job and to solve this problem.
Democrats with knowledge of the debt talks concede the tax increases offered won't achieve the 1/4 revenue boost to 3/4 spending cut formula the White House wanted. But the focus now is finding enough votes from Democrats and Republicans to pass a deal. A new Fox News poll reveals nearly half of voters say the debt ceiling should only be raised if there are significant spending cuts with no tax increases. Administration officials say both parties talking past each other must end.
We will start to become in the danger zone if we don't start getting together, start looking for honorable compromise, a balanced down payment on our deficit.
Privately, Democrats close to the talk say a deal is needed in the next 2 to 3 weeks for procedural reasons, and they warn if the markets start to react, they will have waited a day too long. Brett?
Mike EMANUEL live on the North Lawn.